Right.
All right, welcome back, guys. So I am here with Pulses. So without further ado, and if I sound, by the way, a little, runny, is because when you work at a as a camp administrator at a summer camp, you're gonna be yelling all day. So
I get it.
I know that firsthand.
first, then, so we'll get into that later.
Yeah.
Without further ado, guys, Pulses. Why don't you guys introduce yourselves to the audience, and make it known.
Cool. I don't know where you want to start.
So whoever wants to like break the ice first.
Um, I'm Matt. I play guitar and yell and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm Caleb. I do vocals and guitar.
And I'm Kevin, and I play drum and write the lyrics most of the time.
All right, guys. So, Pulses, first of all, thank you so much for taking your time and being here. It means a lot, truly. You guys have been on my radar for a while now. I did listen to the new LP, and it was amazing.
Thanks.
You know,
Appreciate it.
Truly. So, like, I'm from New Jersey, so like the fact that you guys are like a little more down there for me, it's truly good. So that means I can drive down there to catch you guys one day.
Hey,
We'll see you sooner than you think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll be up there.
Oh, okay.
Sure.
Then we'll get into that. We'll get into that later. All right.
Yeah.
But firstly, guys, have you guys been though? Given the past, I guess the past year and a half, that's been interesting. Have you guys been though? Now that it's coming back to normal, I guess society's coming back to normal.
I think it's good. I think it'll continue to get better. Like it'll start to feel better as we start to do more normal stuff. Like now we're booking shows and everything, which is cool. So it feels like we're a band again instead of just like an online thing.
Yeah. It's
I don't
like
know.
spirits and morale are definitely on the rise. Of course, it's
Yeah.
not 100% back and everything like that because, the world isn't 100% back. But it's just like things are in high spirits and we're making plans. And that's always a good feeling.
Very true. Very true. So, firstly, guys, congrats. You guys just did a song with "I Met a Yeti."
Mhm.
Opulence.
Yeah.
So, what can you guys tell us of how that came to be? A little bit, how the concept came to be.
I mean, Daisy just hit us up one day. And was just like, hey, you want to hop on this track? Or actually, it wasn't even Daisy, it was Louis that messaged me asking if we wanted to hop on it. And funny enough, I think they had sent this track, like, because the demo, like, months prior.
Mhm.
Hey, check this out, think it's cool. And then a couple months later, yeah, he messaged me. It's like, hey, you want to hop on it? And we were just
Well,
like, sick.
They wanted us on a different one
Oh,
originally
yeah.
because they sent us the demo for this one just like as a hey, this is what we're working on, like check this out. And then they sent you another one, I think, like Louis did. And then the Opulence was supposed to have a different feature on it, which I don't think they've said publicly who it was. So I'm not gonna out it, but then that didn't work out. So then they were like, we should just put Pulses on this one then instead of a different one. And then we ended up on it.
It ended up happening. So that's good. I mean, guys, if you guys need some new bands, definitely check out I Am a Yeti. Really good. Support your local bands. That's
For
the main
sure.
thing.
Really.
And speak less. So guys, this came out actually like during like during mid quarantine in a way still.
Mm.
So was this like written during the process of lockdown or after?
So, like, Speak Less came out mid-pandemic, and Speaking Into Existence actually came out like at the beginning of
Mhm.
pandemic, like when everything was closing down and we were like all uncertain, and we were just like, you know what, just put it on anyway. Not that big a deal, even though we didn't know that it was going to be a big deal. So, it's like funny because both of those records were written way before. Like,
Mhm.
we finished up Speak Less. I think like a couple of the songs were like during pandemic, but a lot of the sessions for both Speak It Into Existence and Speak Less were like at the same time. So if it wasn't going to be on Speak It Into Existence, it made it onto Speak Less because it was like either too moody or like too hardcore or whatever. It just didn't fit the vibe of what we were going for. So like all the extras, not necessarily scraps because they were like good songs in their own right, but just stuff that did work ended up being on that. So a lot of it was kind of just done already, and then we kind of just polished as the pandemic kind of
That's good.
took its course.
Yeah, I think most of the vocals were written like during the pandemic, but musically, it's like other than I think As a Treat and like one of the other ones, it was pretty much done, or at least like the songs were formed.
Yeah, definitely. So I guess like now with you guys being like writing the music and all, apologies for that.
Oh, good.
So with that in a way, do you guys feel like during quarantine was the like writing music and creating the lyrics? Did you guys have the block? And I mean this as if like you guys have that writer's block, as if like I don't have the motivation. I don't give a shit about writing music. Or were you guys like more concentrated, more like, you know what, let me do this now that I have more time to myself?
Definitely the former. I feel like we were writing. It's funny because like a lot of people were like, "Oh, we get all this time off. We're gonna write a record," and it's like we were just like, yeah, we're gonna finish some stuff up and then try to write." But I feel like we've done way more in the past like month or so now that things are starting to open up than we did like the whole year before that. Honestly,
Yeah. It's like we got lucky kind of because as we were saying before on how most of like Speak Less was also written prior to it. So honestly, we haven't even written all that much during pandemic, though we have still been active. We still released, 2 projects in it, despite, not having really written a whole lot. We've written some stuff. Like we've been working on like a third record for a while now, but definitely just like yeah, it definitely did get hurt a little bit by this whole situation.
yeah.
So third record, are you guys gonna eventually tease something new, or
I hope so.
We're
Once
getting
there's
there.
something to tease, I guess.
Yeah, we have more stuff planned for before that. Honestly, that is like getting finished up now. That we've talked about it. We're re-releasing, re-recording some old songs from before Bouquet, and then there's like a B-side thrown in with those that we're just like Caleb's mixing them now. So those are in the pipeline, and then we're writing. But the album 3 stuff right now is all just like guitar profiles, so we don't really have anything to
It's
tease yet.
in infancy. Like
Yeah.
we can play those, but it's just not going to sound anything close to
Yeah.
like what it should sound like.
And a lot of them are like varying degrees of done. So you have some that are like 50% done. You have some that are like almost entirely done.
But no
musically.
vocals.
But no
anywhere.
vocal. Yeah, we don't have any
vocals,
vocals.
just like a little diddly wibbly, and that's it.
Yeah, exactly.
But I mean,
Baby ideas.
that's kind of how we have always worked for the most part. Is like we get all the Guitar Pro ideas done, and then Kevin comes through with his like massive list of lyrics, and we just like fit things in or whatever. Or he'll write things specifically for songs sometimes. But
That's good. That's good. But now with touring coming back, like, do you guys feel like, is it gonna be like a different type of touring? Back then we're used to like, people just like, cramming up to each other, maybe throwing a beer bottle or like, someone like throwing themselves on me and like trying to crowd surf them. But now with touring coming back, do you guys feel like it's gonna feel weird seeing like people, crammed up again, or like this is like I needed this?
I feel like it's gonna be weird just because stuff's not like normal yet, or not even the new normal yet. But we went to see Craig Owens do an acoustic show this past like week or so,
yeah,
and everybody was kind of normal. I mean, it was like it's an acoustic show, so we're not like, like you're saying, like getting rowdy or nothing.
yeah.
But
and it also like wasn't so loud. Or
yeah,
anything.
so
like,
it
there
wasn't packed.
Yeah,
People were still kind of spread out a little bit, but I'm going to also bring that up because the same place was at the Audubon in Baltimore. They just had like one of their first hardcore shows like last week, and that shit was fire. Like I didn't go, but like I saw Hate 56 was there,
yeah,
and like
Oh yeah, shout out.
everybody was going off. So it's just like for some people, I think we're good. We're back.
I think like it's gonna feel weird like the first few shows you go to, but I don't think anything's gonna change.
Yeah.
Like I don't, because with people being vaccinated and everything now, it's like you can pretty much go to a show normally, especially in cities where like most people are vaccinated. I think it'll be normal. I think it'll just feel weird for a few months, but
People are definitely going to acclimate right back.
yeah, like I don't, yeah, people are like ready for that shit too. Like it's just
So
We'll see.
We'll see how it goes. But speaking of which, we're touring Blue Ridge. You guys are going to be performing at Blue Ridge this year. So how does that feel? What's the when you guys got the call to perform? How did that feel?
Stressful.
I don't know. Personally, I don't know how like the process works. So like you guys may have to help me out.
Yeah,
it's not glamorous.
It's
I'll
not
tell you that.
glamorous. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how much we're allowed to say about it, but basically, I mean, we're not one of the bands that they're hitting up, being like, "Yeah, you want to come play? Like, we'll give
We'll
you a
take
bunch.
care of you
We'll take
and,
care of
like,
you, and we're
We'll
one
give
of
you an
the
opportunity.
yeah, we're one of the ones that it's getting the minimum, I guess. But
it's still exciting.
it's
though.
it's gonna
Yeah.
be really fun regardless. I mean, we're excited for it. We've been dealing with all the getting all our guests and crew passes and everything straightened out now, and getting Airbnbs paid for and everything for it. So it's feeling really stressful right now, but I know in September it's going to be great. So because we'll have all that figured out by then. So.
And we're stoked to kind of that'll be, well, hopefully, our second show back.
Yeah,
and
we're
to kind of get back into the swing of things like that, it's
Mhm.
gonna be just a great start to everything again. Because as we were saying before about just getting the morale and back up, and having that kind of stage right back is good for just morale of where we're gonna go next.
Oh, definitely. I agree with it. And it's gonna be stoked. So, guys, if you guys need to catch some bands, definitely check out Pulses. I'm just saying,
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're
So-
going, please come watch us
On Saturday.
Saturday.
I'm
And
saying-
come early.
Come in the morning because we're gonna be early. I don't know what our set time is yet, but we're gonna be
I
early.
guarantee it'll be like first or second set of the
And
day.
yeah, but yeah, I have seen a good amount of people that follow us that are yeah, we're going and we're coming to see you guys, and I'm like, oh, okay.
That's cool.
I didn't know that people there were gonna, because we're honestly, we're the only band on that festival that sounds, at least I mean I haven't listened to every small band on there, but I'm pretty sure we're one of the only ones that sounds like this
Like
genre.
prog post-hardcore.
Yeah,
type
it's we're gonna stand out, or we're gonna just not fit in. Either way, but we'll see. That could be good. That could be bad. I don't know.
I'll make it good.
It'll be fun anyway.
I
I'm
plan on acting a fool. On
Yeah,
that stage.
Yeah,
definitely.
exactly. Definitely get the people set up. I always, as someone who goes to music festivals, I always, come early in the morning to enjoy the other music arts because, there's people there that bust their fucking ass off,
Yeah.
Mhm.
make themselves recognized. And, the fact that you guys are playing in the same lineup on a Saturday, you guys have I don't know, from the top of my head, I think you guys are have the bill with Knock Loose and all these other bands. It's
Yeah.
So
great.
many.
I can't
So
remember who's on-
many.
Saturday, it's funny because we were talking about it, and it's Saturday is kind of the weakest day for all of us personally.
Like
it's
taste wise.
Yeah, taste it's still, there's a lot of great bands on it, but it's just man, some of the other days it's I'm stoked to just be there, and
Yeah, like Spirit Box is on Friday or something.
Thursday, yeah.
Thursday. So I'm just
Yeah.
I want to play on that day
Yeah.
actually, but
But
I mean it'll be cool because we can just watch.
Yeah, we can
Exactly.
just watch, and then our day we can actually spend, actually being a band and maybe actually trying to promote or something.
I wanna walk around with what all the small bands at Warped Tour would do with the sign.
Yeah.
It's Pulses noon on this stage on Saturday. Come. I want to do that shit.
I like the inflatable lineup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Times and all.
Need to bring that back. But yeah, I'm actually stoked we're not playing on Thursday, even though the lineup is probably the best on Thursday. But I'm glad that we're gonna get to go for 2 days and kind of figure out
How things are.
where everything is, how it works. We can talk to some of our friends' bands that are playing and be like, hey, what did you have to do for everything? Get the kind of rundown. Because I know we know people that are playing on Thursday and Friday. So
Yeah, no, I'm checking the lineup right now. There's a lot of bands, vary. It's Brand of Sacrifice, Courage and Conformity, 10 Years. Who else? Seether, Cypress Hill, Lamb of God. That's
So
trivia.
many
I
bands.
forgot. It's I know Papa Roach is playing the whole Infest.
Yeah.
Sunday. Yeah.
I know definitely. If you guys are there, you guys just gotta mosh out when you guys hear that Last Resort.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I know. I don't think they're doing it anymore, but POD was supposed to be playing a full album, but I don't think they are
were.
anymore. They're still playing, but I don't think they're doing the album set anymore.
Who else?
Yeah,
And then Thursday, I think everyone is, speaking of we were all music lovers. Shifting from Pulses real quick, just to get back and become music fans. I think everyone is hyped for the fact that Spirit Box on Thursday.
Oh, absolutely.
This band is one of the most talked bands in a while that I've seen get so much hype. I
was literally listening to Spirit Box as I pulled up to here today. So yeah, no, they're sick.
It's cool to see such a band that most of 80-90% of the scene is rallying for, and we haven't seen that kind of energy in good
Not
fit, I feel.
since I can't think of a band that's had this much hype, to be honest. Back since
And they're weird as fuck. So it's like cool that like a weird band is doing that well. You know what I mean? Like they're not as weird as like Iwabo was, but like still some of those songs I'm like, I'm surprised people are like, it's good, so I get why people are into it, but I'm also like, you know, people are into a lot of stuff that's like really straightforward, and they've got a lot of weird stuff going on. So it's cool that like a progressive kind of band is blowing up
very,
that
very
much.
true.
Yeah.
I think everyone's just excited for it. And at the end of the day, you know, like I think we as fans and lovers of music, we're just glad that, you know, that we're getting our shows back little by little.
Definitely.
So, and at the end of the day, you know, so you guys are definitely going to be there for like the 4 days, probably.
Oh yeah, we're
whole
hanging out
time.
the whole time.
Whole time.
Yeah.
Whole time. So then let me ask you one by one, which band or lineup are you most excited for? One by
T-Pain.
one.
T-Pain. I don't even know if we're gonna be able to get into the club thing where he's playing, because I know you have to buy tickets for it, and they're not gonna give us fucking tickets for that. But if we can do that,
listen,
T-Pain.
my viewers will definitely make that happen. They'll make it happen.
I need that. Like I love T-Pain. So when he got announced, I was like, yo, this is worth everything right now. Like the rest of the lineup could be trash, and I'd be here for it still. So yeah, I don't know about you guys, but
I know I'm stoked to see Fever.
oh yeah.
Favorite, yeah, they're great.
Yeah, Kevin and I saw them in like when they were like kind of was first starting, and we saw them in DC like in the basement of a cafe, you know, and so it was like, you know, like 30 people there, and shit was like wild as fuck. So I know they go off in like festival like scenarios, so I'm ready to see what's popping there.
Like Jason hasn't climbed something in a year and a half. You know he's gonna lose his shit at
Yeah.
that show. Like
Yeah, definitely. I've seen their videos. Like I remember, I think was it Aftershock, where he just like started climbing over the barrier.
Yep.
Dude, like,
Yeah.
And
crazy
lastly,
episode. What do you got?
I don't know. I'm gonna just throw a curveball because it's the one set that I can think of right now in my head. I'm going off for Breaking Benjamin.
yeah, there we go. Okay.
Low key. I don't know what they do, but it's just like they write the same song like 1,000 times, and I fuck with it most of the time. So, you know, when Diary of Jane hits, I'm breaking faces. So.
You know what? I agree. That's a good choice. That's a good choice. It definitely just like, you know, just like be like, you know what, fuck it, I'm breaking someone's face.
Yeah, throwing bows.
Yeah, they're the last band of that night too. It's
Yeah,
A Day to Remember and then Numb.
They're only like festival set. They're only
it is. Yeah.
So it's just like, we get to see Breaking Benjamin.
Yeah. We were supposed to see the first Spirit Box American show, but then they got that Limp Bizkit tour, and now it's not the first one anymore.
I'm actually going to that one actually.
Oh, the Limp Bizkit one?
Right.
That's sick.
I'm just like it's gonna be so weird. It's like I'm gonna be like, you know, vibing, you know, the Spirit Box, and then I'm gonna get like, you know, like just like I'll probably wear like a cap, and then once the biscuit starts anything, I'll just throw it backwards.
Full Ash
Perfect.
Ketchum. Like,
Yeah.
It just, you know, it's just like, all right, I'm ready. Let me just start moshing or something.
Honestly, if Limp Bizkit wasn't also playing Blue Ridge, I would have bought tickets to that too.
I forgot they are playing.
Yeah, they're playing on like
shit.
Sunday or
And
something.
they're playing a whole record too. Yeah.
That's another one that they were. I don't know if they are anymore because it doesn't say that on there.
I haven't gotten an update. It's been a while since I heard about the new record. I was like, so like, is it happening or not? Like at this
yeah. I don't even need a new record from them, to be honest.
Just play the hits. I'm
just
good.
play the hits. Like
I just want to just put me like Nookie or break stuff, and I'm sad.
Yeah, I think that's why they don't put out music as often anymore, because they're just like, Fred's just like, they don't care, like, which is fine. Like, you know, you get to that legacy band point and you can just go.
It works.
Yeah. I looked at their Twitter the other day. They haven't used it since like 2014. Like they don't do anything. But
Fred Durst is on TikTok.
He is on TikTok.
So.
Yeah. But,
is he really?
Yeah, he's really funny on
This makes weird TikToks now. It's like pretty chill actually.
Yeah.
I was like, I didn't know that. So it's interesting. I'm not a TikTok personally. I just can't.
No, that's fair.
Yeah.
Like, we all were like the same way. We're just like, this is not our shit. Gen Z, you got it. But then like people were like, oh no, you're a band. You got to be on TikTok. You got to be hip with the new shit and everything. We're like, okay, fine. Then we get on there and we're like, okay, wait, no, this is actually okay.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, okay, I make TikToks for myself and some for the band, and it's like, I don't know,
like
it's okay.
Point, it's more like, all right, for bands.
I understand.
So, speaking of social media with TikTok, how do you think that the new generation of social media has helped bands like yourself, you know, get more exposure?
It's definitely helped. Like TikTok can really make your shit if you do it right. We haven't I mean, we've definitely gotten new people off of it. Like I've noticed that a lot. Like somebody just commented and said they found Opulence, and then from the drummer from my Medi Eddie's TikTok, and then saw we commented on it, went and followed us, listened to a bunch of our stuff. And I was like,
Okay.
cool, that's sick. Like, it definitely helps. And I know there's a lot of bands like Magnolia Park is a good example. Like they have completely blown up off of TikTok. Like for the most part, that's like most of their exposure, I think. That's like you can definitely use it to your advantage. I'm trying to like, because I do most of the TikTok stuff, I'm trying to like do it without being annoying about it. But like, I don't know. It's a weird balance because you got to be a little cringy on there. So, I don't know. Not that Magnolia Park is cringy. I'm just saying, like, you got to like kind of play the game a little bit. I'm trying to like
No, definitely I agree. It's like, you gotta like find the first certain way, and then it's just like it's a hit or miss.
You got to do like the trends and shit, which I'm trying to get back on it now. I was kind of like just burnt out on it for a little bit, but now I've been posting on there again.
We're mostly Twitter people.
Yeah,
that's the platform of choice.
Been but on there we're all like long. 24 to 30. Like we're not TikTok's demographic. So it's like we're learning, but we're not Zoomers. So.
I do feel like
definitely. Yeah, continue.
I was gonna say it's like I feel like in general, yeah, just like social media has definitely uplifted our existence pretty much entirely. Just because it's like only so much you can do in a local like area kind of deal, and especially in an area like Northern Virginia, the scene is not popping that much. I mean, at this point, I feel like we would have better shows out like in Texas by far than what we could have in our own hometown kind of deal. So yeah, social media has definitely upped us, whether that be TikTok, Twitter, Instagram to a degree too. Fuck Facebook.
Yeah.
Facebook
is trash.
Yeah.
Especially in the last year, we wouldn't have been able to do like if I feel for the bands who like didn't have any sort of like social media presence this whole time, that just like or like didn't have the like buzz and motivation, I guess, to keep it up. Because if you're like a really like new band or something and you're not trying to do the whole social media thing, it's like it sucks when you can't play shows. But I don't know.
Yeah. No, definitely. I mean, yeah, what you say, like with like getting exposure in other states, because you're being from Northern Virginia, like the fact that I don't know how the music scene is down in Virginia.
Not
mid.
Yeah,
it's not really. I mean, it's just cliquey, so it's like if you know people, they'll support each other. And I'm not to say that we're like not in a clique or something or whatever, but it's just hard to be weird and break out, in a way other than just keep playing shows.
Yeah.
So when that stops, there is no scene,
There's like a big like rock scene here, like blues rock and like classic rock kind of.
They're gonna say dad rock or something like.
Yeah, like dad rock. Yeah, honestly, yeah. There's like a lot of and those bands do like really well around here. And then there used to be like a pretty big like metalcore, hardcore beatdown kind of scene.
Yeah.
But I don't even...
there's the idea for the next for Pulse's LP3. Just go full dad rock, maybe.
Yeah. We either gotta go dad rock or beat down, either one.
Just start, just instead of like playing like the post prog, just start hitting the power chords, and just like chug down a Monster Energy drink, and the show.
Yeah.
That's what Speak Less was for. It's like maybe we can try and hang with the heavy kids, but
yeah, definitely. And so now with you guys mentioned before that going back on tour, so like you guys are starting to I don't know, maybe like plant seeds for like I guess a full US tour or just like a Northeastern tour?
We'll never probably do a full tour just because jobs. But like,
yeah, I mean, unless we get to that point where we're doing this as a job,
yeah,
then we'll do that.
But like week-long stretches is what we're going for.
Yeah.
I think, like eventually, that's the plan.
We have 2 things being booked this year that we're not talking about yet, but yeah, and then something for next year that is being worked on as well. But Daisy from My Medi Eddie is like booking for us now. So she's getting a lot of it set up. So yeah, we'll see.
All right,
but definitely got plans. Definitely gonna hit places we haven't hit before. So that's cool.
Yeah, that's the goal. Kind of like before pandemic, we hadn't had the opportunity necessarily to go out and tour much. I mean, we've done one tour with Sales Ahead, 2019.
Oh God, I just they're
Yeah,
that band. Speaking of that, I interviewed them for like my last interview for like my college radio station. They're great people, you know, being from like
Oh
yeah,
yeah, they're the
We're
best.
best friends.
Yeah, we literally like talk to them every day.
So
that's like a I think personally for me that's like a dream, like that's like a dream come
like
life.
yeah.
So definitely consider, you know, if you guys ever want to come
Mhm.
to NJ, you know, just
Yeah,
Oh yeah, just keep
you'll
paying attention.
you'll see
Yeah.
it probably in like a month or so.
just
It,
fuck shit up, man. I'll definitely be
it's happening for sure. Like that one's already
Like
booked.
if,
So
if you see
you'll
like
see.
a 6 foot, you know, dude, like just start jumping over the crowd, then that's me, probably.
Hey.
I'm glad.
Yeah.
Looking forward to seeing it.
Yeah, like I said, it's. I mean, yeah, that one's happening.
Yeah,
Uh,
100% confirmed.
You know, because they put out a new show. So my guess is now like how to when local bands like yourself, like the fact that you guys are supporting each other and helping each other out. How does this like I guess in a way inspire other local bands to help each other out? Like what's the importance of local bands supporting each other? If that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean it's really just like I don't know. I mean it like you kind of just gotta make connections with people and like find those bands that you really like playing with, and it's just like it helps you find shows. It helps you, like find other people to work with and stuff. Like collaboration is really important to all of us, and I don't know.
It just makes it more enjoyable.
Yeah,
honestly.
exactly. It's like why would you want to do this? If you're just doing this with just your band, then yeah, it's cool. You're doing music with like your 3 best friends or whatever, but like why not do it with your like 20 best friends from the scene if you can. Like I don't know. It's just cool to like. It's more fun. Like Kevin said, it's just better to do it when you have more people to.
And being open, I think, is important too, because like we were talking before, like about how VA is kind of clicky. It's just okay. Yeah, you can have your like 5 band group that you really fuck with and everything, and that's cool. Everybody has like their circle or whatever, but being open to things outside that circle or expanding is important to us. So it's just like if anyone shows us love, we're gonna show it back. Like you just have to. That's how it should be. So, you know, I'll see, especially like on Twitter, it's like I'll see some band that like it's like, yo, your whatever song is great. And it's like, okay, I'll go check them out and see if I enjoy it. And I'm not gonna lie. It's like if I don't enjoy it, I'm not gonna say that I do. But it's like if you do fuck with it, then just shout it out, boost it a little bit, because it's not a competition. It should be fun. And things are better that way when we're not like at each other's throats trying to like fight for streams for like a fraction of a cent. It's like, come on, we can help each other out. It's not that serious.
A good example of that was that Fall 50 Feet band that you just posted about. Like their guitar player like has been listening to us for a while and everything, and it was just like they put music out and it's fucking sick. So like, of course we're gonna just back it.
Yeah, hype each other up.
Yeah,
That's good. That's good. Caleb, you anything on that?
I mean, that was the general gist of it. Yeah, it's just like fostering community is important, I think, and especially kind of in this newer wave of things. I feel like we're at the again this. You got other bands that are on the older wave, kind of. So we need to foster community to build each other up to start the new wave and that can be genre split by genre wise. It can be like the new wave of like core bands, new wave of like post-hardcore bands, pop punk bands, and whatnot. And like Kevin was saying, also like because I feel it. We've talked about it, internally about it a lot. Just like that feeling of competition and reducing that feeling is at its best, when you're fostering community. There's been several times where you'll have in the back of your mind feeling like you're competitive against this one band or whatnot. And then y'all just start talking a little bit. And then you're just like, oh, these dudes are dope and they make dope music. And then all that feeling goes away. And it's just like we can't let that fester within the community too. So it's just
I agree
it's
with
important.
I agree with 100%. And that's good. Like that's the way it should be. It's not a competition, like Kevin said. It's not a competition. Support each other because we all know the music industry is it's very great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like just because the labels are cutthroat and shit doesn't mean we have to. And
Exactly.
it's just not worth it.
And you guys are independent, correct?
Absolutely.
So
Yeah,
now,
100%.
do you guys eventually? I guess you guys eventually like plan on signing to a label or just remaining independent. We
It
all
would
know
have to be.
the pros
It
and
would have
cons.
to be like a perfect offer.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it would have to be worth it. Because right now it's like we, are pretty self-sufficient. So it's like we don't really need a label to throw money at us and stuff.
We watched your interview with Andrew and Sergio. We're not falling for that trap.
Yeah, it's like
That's all I'm saying.
we don't need to
I
deal
don't
with all
need
that.
to deal with someone saying that I can't drop the record that I wrote when I want to.
Yeah.
So that's all I got.
Not trying
Yeah,
to
Right.
not
I
trying to
mean,
have to
it
have to
definitely
drop
means
on
a
them.
lot. It definitely means a lot that that interview actually really, really blew up. I was not expecting that interview to blow up.
I mean,
It was important, and
Yeah.
I'm glad like you got to talk to them about it, because it's just stuff like that I don't think like people that are just listeners, like simply listeners, they'd understand about the way that some of this works for some people. Like we're blessed enough to have like a place to do things, and the skill like that these guys have with like putting shit together and like doing all that. Well, we can do all that without a whole lot of extra help. But for people that are dealing with these, not necessarily corporations, but just businesses, and making it like a thing where
The legal
money is
issues,
involved, the
definitely.
legalities, the like, I need a lawyer to read this contract, and it's like, no, we don't need that. But it's like, if you are dealing with that, there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes and the red tape and all that bullshit. So having you talk to them directly and them being honest, which is great, definitely I think helps keep everything in perspective for like everybody, like artists like us and listeners, and like them trying to be real with the situations that they're in and everything like that. So all that wound up, we're gonna find the right label if it happens. All I
And
gotta
then
say.
we'll see how many would even take it anyway, because then they'll see my fight with Rise Records Twitter, and then they're like, I don't want to sign these dudes.
Rise is never signing us, which is fine. But yeah, that they're not. They don't like that.
I think there's like speaking of that interview, then I also interviewed Elijah Wood of Cane Hill. So
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
he's got some shit to say about Rise Records. I
Um,
haven't seen your interview. I have to go watch that now. I didn't know you had interviewed him, but I
I'm,
know
I'm thinking about doing a part 2 with them, well, with both Elijahs, like a thing 1, thing 2 thing. It's like a little concept stuff.
yeah.
Do it.
Yeah, I just listened to his episode of the Tuck from Fit for Kings podcast, and he was talking about it on there. It's an older episode, but yeah, he was like, yeah, they kind of fucked us, and I'm like, yep.
Yeah, no, I definitely have that interview. I'm thinking about uploading it to the channel soon, but then I was thinking to myself, I was like, should I just upload the old interview or just upload like a new? Should I just like try to contact them, be like, hey, you want to do this one more time, but like this time, speak your heart out. Meaning, I don't give a shit, Chris. Say whatever the fuck you want.
I say do both.
I'd say do both,
for
yeah.
sure.
'Cause, I mean, they'll definitely talk their shit if you give them a second opportunity to. I'm sure. Like,
exactly, I'll be like, hey, like, we did this, but like, why don't we like grab like maybe the whole band? And also, they're teasing something new, so it could be.
Yeah, that might be good.
yeah, no problem. I mean, I know they're doing like the singles thing right now. They're doing like singles and then like 3-song EPs. Or
Yeah.
whatever. And they're independent now, so I'm sure that they're like
Definitely
down to do whatever.
I guess like with the independent labels and like with labels and things and all, with that. How does this? Obviously we know like with signing with labels, there's the pros and there's the cons. With bands that are independent, do you guys see yourself sometimes be like, shit? There's days where like like, shit, should I just suck it up and sell my soul?
Oh yeah, we
I
just had this
literally
conversation
tweeted-
yesterday.
I tweeted it yesterday, because that's the whole thing. It's just like when you're independent, and then especially with people like us that are like control freaks on everything, we want to do as much as possible ourselves. And like I just tweeted yesterday, I was just like, man, maybe this is why my jaw is always clenched, because I'm juggling like 4 different projects. I'm like, oh, I need to record this feature. Oh, I need to write for the next record. Oh, I need to make these tab books. Oh, I need to mix our next release. Like, and that's just 4 right off the top, not including everything else. And it's just like, this is why bands have teams that are, dividing all these jobs up, but we're doing all of it.
It's like, and we all have stuff we're working on. Like Kevin's doing a lot of the business behind the scenes stuff and all the and then like I'm working on remixes, writing, all this stuff, and then David's just busy as fuck with all his other life stuff.
Plus, we all
Yeah,
have
no,
jobs.
Yeah, that's we all like have
I noticed that too, actually.
shit
Like,
going on. Like
I noticed that Dave was missing today from here. So
David doesn't come to a lot of the interviews.
Yeah,
He he will when he can, but
it's
he's
not a priority.
I'm pretty sure, actually, now I think about it, he's driving up to New Jersey right now.
yeah, he is.
Oh yeah.
watch him ring my doorbell and be like, "So what's going on, man?"
Yeah.
Yeah. I know he was just talking yesterday. He was talking to Lascelles ahead, trying to like meet up with them while he was up there. So yeah, he's
Well, hopefully he sees this and then he's like, "Damn, I really missed out on this." I'm like, "Well,
yeah. He's all like I there was like some stretches where we were doing a lot of interviews and like he would come in for like 1 or 2 of them, but he just doesn't like he's kind of a quiet guy,
Doesn't have a whole lot.
is he like Otto from Water Parks?"
Kind of, well, I don't know. I don't know too much about water parks, but he is the quiet one, I think, right?
Like Otto just doesn't talk in interviews. He'll just be like, he'll be like in the interview, just look and just start taking a nap mid interview.
Oh yeah,
David literally has
done that.
they're like Good Noise every time we do their thing now. If David's on there, they like are like, "David, you awake?" Because there was one time that he literally like zoned out completely, and they're like, "All right, David, what about you?" And he was like, "Huh? What?" And,
Or just like just like when you zone out, like make conversation, like word,
yeah.
word.
Literally has done that.
He is either when he does do interviews with us, he's either really quiet or he just says some wild shit. There's no in between. Like,
I'll take it all. Like I don't like speak your mind. Like that's why I love doing this. Like speak your mind. I don't care what you say.
Yeah. Well,
Whenever we come back, we'll make him come back.
Don't make it come back in.
Yeah.
That's what I know, because I work with him too. Because he was just telling me this week, he was like, "I actually have Saturday off. What am I gonna do with my Saturday?" I was like, "I don't know, man. You'll figure it out." And then all of a sudden, just yesterday, he's like, "I'm driving up New Jersey. I'm gonna meet with my friends and eat lunch, get some beers, and drive back." I'm like, "Word, okay."
Yeah.
Word. And he picked a good day too because this weather has not been it.
Yeah.
Like I've been like working at a summer camp, like it's just been so stressful. And
I believe it.
so you can tell your story now, like about
well, so I used to work at School of Rock in Ashburn, Virginia, and I did some summer camps there. I did one summer camp. No, I think I've done 2. I did 2. I did one when I first started working there, like pre-pandemic, and that one was actually really fun because I had like the sort of older kids, so they were like 13 to like 16 or whatever, and they were cool. And like basically the way the camps work there is you have like you put together like a band with the kids, and then they play like a set at the end of the week, just like rehearsals all week. And that one was really fun. And then last summer, in the middle of the pandemic, I did one of their Rock 101 camps, which is all like 6 to 8 year olds, and yeah, it was a fucking nightmare. So
I can imagine.
Because it's the same concept. It's like you put together a set and then they play the set, and none of them can really play instruments. So you have like a week to get them to but they all want to play all the instruments. So you have a week to teach them at least one song on each instrument. And it's just like, they all want to play drums. They all don't want to play bass, but you have to make them play bass because someone's got to do it. So then they end up switching every song. It's just yeah. So I feel your pain on that. It can be.
I mean,
it's fun, but it can be a lot.
It's fun. You just gotta have patience. Like like me personally, I do substitute teaching, but now I got recently an opportunity to be a teacher's assistant or paraprofessional. That's what they're calling it now.
Oh.
So I'm moving up the ranks. So like I definitely I know how it feels. When you just like you come home, you're like, what the fuck am I doing with my life anymore?
Yeah. Well, when I was doing that summer camp too, it's like I would do the summer camp from 9 a.m. to 3, and then I would teach lessons, which was my normal job there, from 3:45 to 9. So it was like a 12-hour day pretty much.
I was just
being around children that are badly playing music, and it's just like, man,
You ever seen the Rick and Morty episode where you just like walk in the spaceship and just like a breakdown?
Oh
No,
yeah, I've seen that
I
clip
haven't,
so
but
many times.
I probably
That-
have. But
That's literally me every time I just coming from home. I'm just like,
yeah,
"Ugh."
I literally like I had to quit that job because I was like I'm starting to not like music anymore. I need to not do this.
Oh
'Cause
my
it was
god!
like it was fun. It was great. Like no shade to them. I love that company, but I was just like I need a break from this.
Yeah, definitely. Anyone else have like so crazy side job stories from back in the day?
I work a boring ass job, bro. I do fucking tech support for a bank. Ain't shit cool about it.
You work at a bank. I mean,
Yeah, I mean,
You did get to steal a bunch of dum dums. That was
I
nice.
did. Yeah, I did steal a bunch. You know, the dumb. I don't know if you like most banks. I feel like do this. Like have like free lollipops or whatever.
yeah.
So it's just like one of the banks closed, or one of the branches closed, and so we were just like going through their shit. And there's like I don't even know how many are in the bag. Maybe like 500 a bag, something like that. You could probably find one. 500 a bag, and there were 3 bags just in like a cupboard that they were like not taking. And I'm like, is anybody gonna do anything with these? And they're like, oh, we're gonna throw them away. I'm like, why? There's like 1,000 lollipops here. Yeah, he found them.
Oh wow! Oh shit! Okay.
Yeah.
There's another one that's opened already, but yeah.
So it's just like, I want those. So I took them and didn't ask anybody. And now I have a lot of lollipops that I'm not going to eat.
You know what? When you guys do like the week tours, you can just start throwing lollipops at the end of the sets. You know,
That might be a good look. I'll probably do that.
Yeah.
I'll
Just
probably
be
do
like,
that. Just
here,
bring
here's some bank lollipops.
And then also you stole a bunch of keyboards and Ethernet port cables and stuff, and that's
Oh,
what
yeah.
we used for the Bold New Taste music video.
I did do that.
All of that is from Bang.
No way. So
Yeah, like keyboards, Ethernet cables, and the monitors.
Yeah, because they
No,
were gonna throw them out. It's just like they all still work. They're just like 13-inch monitors. No one wants them.
so the bank's actually in a way. So for once, a bank actually was useful. Like, look at that.
Oh yeah, entirely.
And then, well, Caleb, you have a crazy story.
Well, I work in right now in Arlington, outside of DC, for like a vaccination clinic.
Oh,
Like help people get registered for it and everything. So recently, I've done a couple field missions where I'll go to the local detention center. So I'm going to the jail, helping inmates get registered and get their vaccine and everything. And I didn't word the questions right, I guess. So I asked the guy like, "Oh, is this your first dose or your second dose?" And he was like, "Huh?" And then I was like, like your first, like this is first or second. He's like, "What?" I said, "Like your first or second shot." And then he was like, "Well, I've been shot."
wait, what?
And I was just like, "Oh, okay."
You'll
I'm
be like,
sorry.
oh, big word. Okay.
I'm sorry, but yeah. No, I'm talking about vaccine shot. And then I'm trying to think. There was another one that always gets me was like we have to do the demographic information. You gotta ask, gender, race, ethnicity, shit. And so I've like so what is your sex is the first question. So I was like, yeah, what is your sex? And then she's like, only with my husband. So I'm like, oh, okay, shit.
Cool.
And
Now we're all just uncomfortable. Thanks for that.
And then I was like, what is your race? She's like, I'm not racist.
That's not.
I'm like, well,
I don't know how I would react to that. I'd be like, okay.
You gotta like your last week of this job. You gotta just be like, you know what?
You know what? This is
Answer the fucking question.
yeah. And I was just like, well, I was like, I mean, you can get the shot either way, whether you're racist or not, unfortunately. But that's not the question I'm asking. But no,
Oh my
it's
God.
just dealing with weird people.
That's like the one. Let's be. That's like the one time. Like I'd be asking these kids, like, I'm like, "What's your name?" And they just look at me. They're like, "What?" I'm like, "What's your name?" Like, I need to register you. What's your name? And then they start crying. I'm like, "What did I do?" And then I was like, and then the mom's like, "Tell him your name." And then the kid just like starts crying more. I'm just like, "This isn't helping." I'm like, all right. I already know your name. I just want to see it.
Well, then you have the people too that are like, you ask them for like their ID or whatever just to get the information. They're like, well, I'm not giving you my ID.
Yeah.
Or I'm not giving you my email address. Like, I'm not whatever. And it's like, okay, then
Then fuck you, dog.
Go.
Like the
then
man,
leave.
this man came in. I was like a software engineer in DC or something, and I was like, "Can I get your date of birth?" He was like, "No, I don't give my date of birth to any kind of government agencies." I'm like, what the fuck, dog? Like, what am I?
I
What
would
are you
have
gonna
like,
do?
don't you have a driver's license? Like you could already.
Yeah,
right.
Like, I've had people be like, "Yeah, can I see your driver's license?" They're like, "No." And I'm like, "All right, well, shit."
All
I
right,
don't
well,
know
then
what
you
to
gotta
tell
tell
you.
me every piece of information on it.
Yeah,
Will make it easier.
and
I,
there's
yeah,
plenty of people
I
that
bet
don't
my-
even know their own date of birth.
Jesus Christ.
Like, it takes them like 2 minutes or something, to just think of what their date of birth is. I'm just like, God.
I'll be like, bro, I'll probably be like, do you not have Facebook, my guy? Like, it's in your info
Yeah.
somewhere. I've had my encounters. Like, I don't trust like the government. Like, I used to like have an internship for like and with the government agency, and I remember there's one person like, you give your information to the government. I kind of already did.
Yeah.
It's like,
They have it. Anything they want on fine. Like
I'm like, dude, like the day I was born, I became like a government property. So like, it don't even
exactly.
Yeah.
you literally have numbers. Like you're not like
And the whole like government like microchip shit in the vaccine. There have been
Mhm.
people, a lot of people actually, like, they'll go to the vaccinator and like they're like, let me see the tip of that the needle. I don't need to see if there's a chip on it or not. And it's just like, yeah, because they're tracking you. Like, yeah, you also got a phone on you, dog.
exactly. Like you got a phone, like they're tracking you guys, so it's good. Like, oh god, my throat's a little bit killing me. What's that, guys?
Yeah, you good?
No problem.
Wow.
they're gonna be able to see the microchip on the
Yeah,
end.
nah,
Oh my
dead ass,
god.
dead ass. Like,
All right, we are back. Okay, so anyway, so yeah, that's some crazy stories. We've all had our crazy encounters, and I think it's just you know what? They're memories, guys. At the end of the day, that's what matters.
yeah, there's stories. There's
There's
stories I can
stories.
tell in this, in these
Like,
kind of
just like
interviews.
having a drink and like, yo, you remember that time when that person just said this? I'm just like, yeah.
Yeah.
I get crazy shit with like I play bar gigs too, and I get some wild shit from those people, like just drunk people at bars.
Oh my god, I can't get me started with those stories.
Yeah, like I had a dude, he was like a redneck. Just to make the story short, like redneck dude came up, said some really homophobic stuff about Elton John, and then came out to me immediately after. And I was just like, all right, man.
Wait.
Yeah, I was like, all right, man. I'm just trying to do my job. Like, leave me alone, please.
I was like, all right.
He
Like,
180 real quick, but
oh, that's funny. Oh god, this has been good. This is good. See what I mean? Like, this is what I mean. Like, sometimes like I was just like, I'll be focused on like I'll talk about something serious, and then I'll just like slide. I'll just like have like a side
you
conversation.
gotta have the tangents. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all good.
That's why I love doing these interviews, and a lot of people be like, "You're actually good at this." I'm like, really? I don't know.
Gotta have conversations for real.
I just have a conversation because like a lot of these like publicists, they ask like the same fucking questions.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah.
oh, so like, how'd you guys start? How'd you guys meet? I'm like, you not read the fucking bio in their website.
Yeah. That's why, like, anytime we do a interview where they're like, "Yeah, we listened to a bunch of your other interviews first," I'm like, "Cool,
That's
We're not-
good.
good. We're not gonna get the same."
Like with me, like I don't listen. I never listen to previous interviews. I'm just like, I know I have no idea. I would go and it's like, what the fuck am I gonna say half the time? Like literally, when you guys like join, I'm just like, what the fuck am I gonna talk about? Ah, I'll figure it out.
Yeah, I mean, but like what has been asked before, even without hearing it. It's like, yeah,
Or you know
I
what
what's gonna happen
matters.
before. I'm not gonna ask. So how did Posters begin? Like, no, I don't need
Yeah.
that. Like like, so which of you runs the Twitter account?
That's mostly me.
Mostly you. So Natalie. So when you send me like, here's the link, I was like, okay, I'll just read this. Like, I don't have to ask this anymore.
yeah.
Like, I'll put it in the YouTube description. Like, if you guys like, you're just like, folks, like, just fucking read. Like, it doesn't hurt
Yeah.
to read.
It's not hard.
It's not hard. But yeah. So anyway, do you guys switching back to the music with live streams? How do you feel about the live streams like during the past year? Do you guys feel like it helped, or were you guys like one of those bands who were like, I don't like this because it's not really a live stream?
I think it's sick.
Yeah.
I like them.
And I hope that they continue after,
Yeah, we were just because now with touring coming back, do you guys see this as the end of live streams,
Not for us, at
So-
least.
For us, we'll
Yeah.
definitely do them.
or more of a thing that let's say like a band goes like a big tour, and like the last show they'll be like, oh, for $20 here, stream this. So
That's
shout out
what
to
I think.
shout out to
Yeah.
Save the Scene. Sadie actually put that one quote out, so like I'm quoting them so they won't like plagiarize.
Well, I've seen a lot of people say that. Like a lot of people are like, yeah, like you should just bring a streaming rig out and then just, do it for a show or two. Like,
Exactly.
why
Like
not?
here, pay like I don't know, like $20. You get like the stream after the show has taken place, but it's not really
Yeah, I
live
mean,
stream.
well, they used to do. Was it Live Nation that used to do those?
It
Yeah,
was
Live
through
Nation.
Yahoo. I
Through
don't
Yahoo,
remember.
yeah, Yahoo used to, and they did like Periphery. They did like metal bands and stuff, and it would be like small shows and everything too, and they would live stream it, and like I hope that comes back. That not necessarily through them, but just like that concept, and they would do like one night of the tour, and that'll be it.
Because like we've had this before. Like remember concert DVDs? Like we're like during
Yeah.
like
It's the same
we're
thing.
recording this by the way. Okay,
Yeah.
just put on DVD. So
That's
now
the
you-
one thing, like you're saying, that's the one thing I think has been stupid with pandemic live streams. It's just like, why are you all like doing these dope ass productions for these live streams and then getting rid of it completely
for 48 hours. Like just let me buy it.
Yeah.
It's like I would throw down $25 for a DVD.
The only band that shout out to this band, the only band that actually did it right was Hail the Sun.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, you had the option to watch the live stream, or you for a little more extra money, you watch the live stream and you got a digital download of the live stream.
Okay, so they did it, and then Under Oath did it too. Like with their
oh yeah, see,
Under Oath lets you buy them too. So and they put them on streaming too.
Yeah.
So
it's
yeah,
just like,
I'll be listening to like they're only chasing safety on my Spotify because that's my favorite album. That's my go-to. Like I'll be once you hear that first song, like you hear the
exactly
Chris, on the thing, like just like playing with the keyboard, the MIDI controller. You're just like, all right, I'm ready to throw hands now.
Yeah, it's just like extra money. It's just extra streams for something you already did. Like that's the thing. It's like you don't have to do a thing. You did the live stream, just make it available.
Yeah,
and
like you said with the digital download, literally don't have to do
anything else.
You could even, if you really want to do it this way, you could just put it on Google Drive link, send it out. That would be it.
Like I'm like, do people not realize that do people not realize like it costs my time, and data and space on my phone to screen record every single live stream.
Yeah.
You're right.
Well, and that's the thing too, is they get leaked anyway. So it's like what? Like all the DGD ones are on YouTube.
It's like motherfuckers is throwing them shits up bootleg on YouTube. You're missing, and like Kevin and I saw like the other day, the Motionless and White someone uploaded the bootleg of their stream. It has 159K views, and that they're losing out on. Like
I didn't see the dead stream too, actually, from like the Asylum. Missed out on that one.
It's that one.
Yeah,
I missed out on that one. So
that one's out there. The Devil Wears Prada zombie one's out there.
Yeah, that was one of my favorite live streams. The Devil Wears Prada. I'm just like,
so it's just like they're all out
like,
here not.
And then they're like, it's gonna be off after 40 hours. I'm like, why would you take this off? Like, I already like just keep it on there. Like I'm gonna, and I'm like, dude, like
those ones were sick.
Yeah, the Silverstein ones were great. They should have done a
like
DVD for that.
I think like for me personally, it's like live streams like was it Code Orange was the one that initially they initially went with
didn't they? I can't remember their first one that they did.
I don't remember.
I guess someone uploaded.
Someone, I don't know, but like the fact that like bands like do these live streams, like, oh, it's only gonna be up for 48 hours, and then we'll take it down. Like, but why would you? I mean, I'm thinking, like, I mean, what was the reason?
Well, they're all talking about how they're like, yeah, this was like we lost money on this. I'm like, well, you didn't have to. You could have made another like few grand off, please.
You could have been like, hey, like if you want to keep it for $30, as if I'm not gonna drop. I'm like, I would have dropped it.
Right.
Do it.
You put a nice packaging together. People are gonna spend the money on those DVDs. It's just like I know, and like I just wish, like, rest in peace Chester, but like Linkin Park used to do that shit all the time. So many different things of doing like extra with their recordings. Like on the the Thousand Suns tour, they recorded every single date of that tour. Like, so you could buy the date that you saw on that tour, like every single one. And it's just like, why? Like obviously not everybody's gonna have the capability that Linkin Park does, or like the money or whatever. But like the fact that there were so many things that they did that were just like technologically, like for that time, they were just like doing the peak thing. And so now that technology has gotten so good to the point that we've got like small bands that can do live streams and stuff, like why are we not doing these things for the fans? Like,
exactly. Like, and you have like the gaming community this is
Yeah.
something I've noticed with Twitch. You know, the
Exactly.
gaming. Here's what this is. I'm gonna quote Wit on this. Music lovers, well, he said metalheads. Metalheads love gamers, and the gaming community loves music.
Yeah.
If 2 + 2 is 5 and 5 + 5 is 10, then what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, Twitch has been great. I mean, we've been doing Twitch a lot, like because we did our like live stream show on Twitch, and that was why we made it. And then a bunch of people subbed, so we were like, I guess we should like keep
So like
using that.
with gaming, like I'm not a gaming app, I guess like websites such as Twitch. How
Mhm.
does this benefit bands like yourself, like these all like small independent bands?
I think it just is another way to be more personal, like with people, and just
Yeah.
like kick it and like kind of realize it's like we're just regular people. You don't gotta like treat us weird or anything. We're just talking,
Exactly. Like
playing
right now,
playing the same games that you play. You know, like
Yeah, or just even when we've done just the chatting ones, like those have been great because people will just come in and ask us shit and like talk about shit. We can be a little more candid about like what we're doing and stuff on there because it's like it doesn't. I mean, people don't go back and watch the VODs to find. Yeah, we can like leak shit and it's
Also,
like
just
special for the people who are actually there watching.
and then it's just like another opportunity of just like, of course, since we're not playing shows or anything, and the whole process of writing and whatever, during that you're not really showing that you're doing anything. So hopping on Twitch makes it feel like for you and for others that you're still like active.
still being a band.
Even like the other day, like we streamed us packing merch orders. Like you can stream anything and people come
we'll
hang
watch
out.
it.
And
You
it's
know,
cool.
like,
Yeah, it's fun.
it's like that South Park episode coming to reality. Like people actually just watch you see do anything.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't know.
As
Watch,
long
a
as
little-
you're interesting enough.
yeah,
Yeah.
a little Carmen's just gonna come up out of nowhere and just be like, "Come on, bro!"
Pulse's hot tub stream coming soon.
that should be fun. That should be fun.
We'll
Yeah,
figure it out.
we'll figure it out.
We're figuring out on the way. Oh god, this has been
I know we are planning some like more band related stream. Like I think sometime in the next week or so, Caleb and I are gonna do like a guitar playthrough stream and
all right. That's
just try to just like because most of our streams so far have been like us just either playing games or just hanging out. So.
Yeah, it should be. It's not everything has to be like all band related stuff. Like it's just like
Yeah.
come chill, have a good time.
Yeah.
So can we now with that said though, like with the guitar guitar walkthrough, can we expect like like you guys do eventually like another live stream set? Just play songs, whether it be like acoustic or
Yeah,
Yeah, for sure.
we've talked about doing one sometime soon. We probably are gonna push it back at this point because we have a lot of things going on. But
no, understandable.
yeah, I don't know. We've been talking about doing acoustic shit. I think it would be cool to do it as like a live stream, like once we kind of have a few of them figured out. But we're not. I mean, like, I don't know.
I don't know if you guys do an acoustic stream, like just like hit with like like at the end, just be like, well, just like just start like just playing around. But anyway, here's Wonderwall, just like playing.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, like, I don't know. We'll probably end up doing it at some point if we have nothing else to do. And we're just like, we could figure it out. I don't know. I've been working on like a few arrangements of a few songs just to like see if they work. But a lot of our music, like, we're not gonna play Louisiana Purchase acoustic. We're not gonna play What's Good acoustic. We're not gonna play Juice acoustic. Like, it's just not gonna happen.
It's like opposite of the point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I even budged. There was years where I was just like, I'm not doing acoustic ever.
Yeah. Caleb was like, I'm not doing it at all. And then he got to the point where he was like, all right, you arrange them, I will record them, and that's it. Like, I'm not. Yeah, I don't know. Acoustic stuff, like, it's cool, but you don't want to just do like the same, like, oh, it's the
Exactly.
same thing, but simple and like stripped down or whatever. It's like,
Just make it true. No, you guys just at the end of that, just the end of that, just grab the acoustic and just like just throw them. And it's just like
Yeah. I always think of like Issues' acoustic album was like really interesting to me, and it's like if we were gonna do it, I would want it to be kind of like that, where it's like
oh, definitely.
like
Yeah, say hi.
reimagined, but like not just reimagined in it's a piano and vocals and it's really moody. It's like no, it has like some cool shit going on.
Exactly. Oh god, this has been great. Anyway, guys, so we're gonna reach the end. So what can we expect in the future for Pulses? What can fans expect? I think I'm probably repeating the same question, but
I mean,
Hey,
what are you trying to leak?
what you guys want to leak
Yo,
anything
you
right
got
now? I mean, you guys want to see something?
You got it, Caleb.
Well, yeah, we've got tour plans, like we were saying earlier. Definitely hitting new and similar places that we have. Just watch out if you're in the Northeast. watch out if you're in the Bible Belt, all the way over to all the way over to Texas, kind of deal.
I know one of
Um,
my friends in California, Risa. She's a huge fan. So if you guys
Yeah.
are
yes,
Cali,
I was just talking to her about that the other day. I was like, we want to hit California so bad, but it's
that's
expensive.
hard.
Yeah.
So,
And we gotta like
I'm
find.
pretty sure she would definitely be enjoying that say because I know
She
I know.
she literally told me like a few days ago. She's like, if you guys play California, she's like, I will come to all like 3 California shows. Or whatever. I was like,
She
all
will.
right.
She will.
like,
She would.
I was like, we know, well,
We'll be trying. That is a
Yeah.
goal.
that's a
Shout out to
goal.
Risa. Shout out to Risa. She's
Yeah,
like a
shout out to
dying. She always supports her local shit and like everything. That's what we just adore her.
she's great.
Yeah, and so
Uh,
and hopefully you guys, if you guys do tour with like with Cells Ahead, that's something you guys can expect me there too. So
You will see us with.
definitely said. Just
nah,
re-
I mean, we can say, yeah, we're touring with them.
so that's the leak. So
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the lead.
If-
One of
if-
those tours at least is with them.
if Sienna is like literally going off on this later, I get this at this point. It is what it is. Like it's
Yeah.
out there.
Yeah. No, I mean we like that one will probably get announced relatively soon. We're just trying to. There's like one more date we're trying to book, and then
Just
it'll probably get
finalizing
announced.
things.
No,
Yeah, and then we'll post about it. But
Hashtag bring those lollipops.
yeah, we'll have to do that.
That's what we want to see. I just want to get some lollipops throwing shit like that.
Yeah.
All right.
You got anything else? You
Yeah,
wanna-
and then like music stuff wise, like we were saying earlier, we re-recorded some songs that are it's gonna hit a 5-year anniversary, which is fucking
Nice.
wild.
Congrats.
Thank you. Yeah, and it's like I hate them, not because of the songs themselves, but just because I was like, okay, I was 19 when we did these growth and everything, so we re-recorded them. If I just get off my ass and make them, they'll be out, not too far longer. And steadily working on album 3.
That's awesome. Look forward to it. And anyway, well, folks, I think anything else that we should talk about before?
No, I don't know.
I don't know.
Covered a lot of things.
Yeah, we did. We got the tour announcement officially.
Yeah.
New stuff and so on, man. And we had a good conversation, which is in the day. That's what matters,
Exactly.
It doesn't always have to be like business related. That's
Yeah.
what I
Yeah.
think.
It was a good time.
Yeah.
It's a good talk. Anyway, guys, folks, to find out more about Pulses, you guys can go on Spotify. You guys Apple Music,
Apple
Yeah.
Music,
Apple Music, YouTube, Amazon Music,
Deezer, Bandcamp.
Bandcamp.
Title. All whatever.
And remember, guys, support your local bands. Buy your merch, which go on Bandcamp.
Yeah,
Yep.
at
That's the-
Pulses VA
At
on
Pulses-
all
on
the
everything.
socials.
Yes, sorry. Guys, thank you so much for your time. It truly means from the bottom of my heart. I look forward to seeing you guys in person. And
Yes.
Yes, glad to be
All
here,
honest.
man.
Yeah.
okay,
Thank
you.
you.
Moses. And take care, guys. And I'll see you all next time. Not even
Yeah.
next week.
All right.
Take care. Yeah.
This is